Review. We're back. We're doing the In Fear trailer review. And really quick, we are teaming up with another podcast for this trailer review, so I might as well introduce them as well.
This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test.
The Coast Guards finally gave up. Their final statement said, they are presumed missing, but they're not lost at sea.
I can also feel an energy with intense gravity just by looking at him, and I innately know that it's death itself.
It wasn't a happy ghost, it wasn't a lost spirit, it was something that wanted people to know that they were not to be messed with.
And that was Tales from the Creep. Tales from the Creep. Again, people, go check them out. They have an awesome podcast. Basically, what they do is they have people send in horror stories or paranormal stories that they been, that have affected them in real life, or stories that they may have heard of, or they'll find stories online. Whatever the case may be, they find these stories that people send to them and they read them. And they also have guests that come on and read some stories, or they'll give you your story for the guest to read. So, you can hit them up on their email as well, which I'm sure they'll also introduce it Thursday or talk about it more Thursday. But yeah, so they'll be on with us. And I'm actually gonna be a guest on there later on this month. Later on this month. It's not a live show, but they drop their show every Monday. I want to say 6 o'clock in the morning Central Time, I believe. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Great show though. It's about a half hour per episode, more or less. Great show. Go check that out. But we're here to talk about In Fear. And In Fear, we're here to talk about that. That's all I got to say. With that being said, though, people, what did you guys think of the trailer? I'll go first. Early rating, I'll give the trailer a 7. I enjoyed the trailer. Like, it was a good trailer. It's something that keeps you kind of like, what the fuck's going to happen? What's going on? But you in a little secret, I did watch this movie Thursday when I was out in Colorado, just because, like, fuck it. But I'm not going to tell you what I thought about the movie. The trailer, I did enjoy, though. I'll say that. The movie, I'm going to rewatch it again this Thursday, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it then. Trailer, I'll give it a 7. It did enough to keep you interested without giving away too much. From what I remember, I'll say, too. This is from watching the movie, but without giving away too much, which I think is always a great thing. You wanted it to draw you in with the trailer, but if you do watch the trailer, but you don't want too many spoilers, if any. Like, you want just the small shit in the trailers, but maybe one thing that you're just like, oh shit, but not like a big scene. Okay. So for me, I give the trailer a 7. How about you guys?
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna give it a 7. I got like wrong turn vibes. Like, it always ended up someone in the woods and they're wrong. They went the wrong road or something. Mm-hmm. Now they're like stuck, and there's always someone living in the fucking woods that eat people or something, and it's like stalking them. I'm curious what's going to happen. Like, I want to know what the fuck, why the woods are like a maze, and who's like following them, trying to get them. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. It's like the trailer was interesting. It got me wanting more. So
yeah,
I'm with that. Immediately I was like, okay, slightly skeptical once you see on the screen, watch it with someone else. Scariest experience ever. And I'm like, here we fucking go. Blair Witch Syndrome all over again, right? Because we all got PTSD from movies like that.
I mean, real quick, Chris, not to cut you off, but you could say that about a lot of movies, that the horror movie.
Oh, absolutely.
With the line of scariest movie you've ever seen, like, it's just it's not. You guys do the same thing. The only thing they didn't have is the people with the fucking night vision, the night vision thing, and you're watching them. It's the same people from the 1940s jumping and screaming at the same fucking scene. They just have a different sound in the background.
Fucking paranormal activity syndrome, we could call it, whatever. Like, I'm just talking about, like, in our age group, like, we understand what the hype was. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I towards the end of it, by the end of it, I was like, yes, I want to watch this. Like, I'm in. I'm vested. Let's go. But like I said, I still in the back of my mind when somebody tells you just how good it is, something usually because they know it's not that good.
Yeah, I know, so scary. Like there is a list online. Like you'll see like a headline that says like a Netflix, like a movie on Netflix, like people shut it off halfway through because they can't make it through. So I'm like, yeah, okay.
Okay,
I'm watching.
what
I'm like,
age
what the
group
fuck
was your test group? Fucking
exactly.
8-year-olds or
You
fucking 35-year-olds? You know what I mean?
I watched one and I was like, that wasn't. What the fuck are they talking about? People shut this off halfway through. I'm like, nothing happened like that. Like,
I kind of feel like that's kind of a weird way to promote your movie. Like I get it for the fear factor part, but I'm also thinking like, so did they shut it off because it was too scary? Because it sucked.
Or it sucked, exactly.
Like fuck, like they don't do podcasts like these assholes where they have to watch the whole fucking movie and review it for us.
Yep.
Which I mean, again, these same horror assholes, which I'm saying this in as a term of endearment, these same horror assholes will watch anything anyway, with or without a podcast, and fucking finish the movie because they're crazy, which we are. But yeah, like I've never seen them. I've never seen a movie that I've turned off because I was too scared. In my adult life, I'll say maybe as a kid, but I highly doubt it.
But I know what it is. They trick you because there'll be a scene where someone's like constantly puking, or something like that, and people are like disgusted and they can't watch and they shut it off. So they count that as fear. Like it was so scary, they shut it off. They're like, how about no? Because it was so nasty at this one part, people shut it off because they're about to puke, or something like that. It's like that too. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever shut a movie off because of how scary or impactful the scare is or the fear is. I definitely may have turned away a little bit, like, you know what I mean? But
like hide.
What I have shut a movie off on was grossness or gruesomeness. Over the top for me, like that does it too much. So like Hostel. 10 minutes in, I was like, I'm good, bro. I
can watch that shit. That don't bother me.
10, 15 minutes in.
You never seen Hostel?
No. They go through the nice tranquil period of getting to the place, finding, the quarters and shit, and then it's like fucking flip the world into Saw Universe / fucking Meat Train / and I'm like, but it's so intense and so bad and so visceral and so right there that I'm like, yo, I could watch Saw, and that made me like, this I cannot watch.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, for example, like you're abroad, you're somewhere, and you're staying at a hostel because it's cheap. The hostel is like a kind of like a version of like a fucked up hotel or some shit. So you stay at a hostel. It's like always foreign people that visit that country. Mm-hmm. But this one place is like where they try to bring in the people from foreign countries, and these high bidders pay, like do their own kink or torture of killing somebody, and all. It's kind of had like Saw kills, like they're from Saw, like movies, like fucked up trap thing looking,
but more
like someone's eyes getting ripped out with a fucking pliers and everything.
Yeah, but more so for pleasure in a weird way for the
kind of. And these rich people are paying. It's fucked up. Like he said, there is some nasty fucked up shit in it, and there's more than one. There's more than one hostel. There's like 2 or 3. Aaron, you gotta check that one. You gotta watch at least the first one. You gotta watch Hostel.
I'm assuming they're considered horror.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, yeah. To me, it's as gruesome and visceral horror as you can get.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna
besides belligerent, completely this is at least theatrically and like.
What I'll do is, at the very least, I'll put the first one, maybe the first 2 on the wheel, and put them in as like a double header type of deal. But at least
whatever. You need to at least watch the first one. So if you're gonna do anything, put the first one on the wheel.
Okay, I'll do it. But really quick, because we can wrap this up soon.
Yep.
Final ratings: 7.
7
across the board.
Yeah.
Thursday, we'll watch the movie, and you'll get the full.
You'll get the full review with us and with Tales from the Crypt. Thank you guys for watching. Again. Thank you guys for watching. Check this out. Bang. Who is that? That's Chris,
aka the worst damn gamer ever.
Yes, check this out. Who is that? Boom, that's Kyle. So good it's scary. You got Horror Research 30, you got Popcorn and Pints, you got Stories from a Bar, you got Deep Focus Cinema, you got a lot of fucking entertainment, guys. Plus, you got the Z Network as well. So go check all that out. And as you know, I'll see you in your nightmare.